Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's Tom here with Start With No Gains. Now I'm here. So I figured I'd do top 10 bro science things that you will hear from people that are just kind of like, well, first let me just say that bro science is really something that's not studied to be proven. What the fuck? Who's talking out there? Weird. Sorry, I got distracted by my neighbors. Um, it's something that's not really proven. So a lot of the stuff that I made a list of, it's just like, there's certain things like bro science to me is just like if someone that's inexperienced, they say, "Oh, that makes sense," because it's just a logical way, you know, of thinking, and that's kind of what bro science is. Like, if like one of them is on there, have eat every 2 to 3 hours. That just thinks, oh, if you eat every 2 to 3 hours, you're going to make your metabolism go faster because every time you eat, you rev up your metabolism. When you eat, yes, you do rev up your metabolism, but eating every 2 to 3 hours will not make it go faster. It's not like throwing coal in the fire of a train, and the more coal you put in the train, the faster the train goes. No, that's not the way it works, unfortunately, and it's been proven by science that you can really eat whatever you want. Now, it comes to the debate where, well, I could just eat one meal a day. I really don't recommend that. Just for overall energy throughout the day. I mean, if you eat one big meal, you're going to feel like shit because your body just has to digest a lot of food. But if you eat, do 3 meals a day, just do breakfast, lunch, dinner, and you're fine. All right, anyway, so let's get into it, shall we? I have my list down here. I wrote on my little ghetto pad here. The first one is, of course, eat every 2 to 3 hours, which I just mentioned. I just pretty much explained that. I'll say it again. It doesn't matter. Let's just go on to the next one since I already just mentioned that. Okay, number 9. Now, some of these, before I go on, just let me say again that some correlate with one another. But I basically just came up with this in like 5 minutes. I thought of all the stuff that I've heard over the years that has been proven by science not to be true. So some of them kind of are relatable, but there are different number categories. Number 9 is post-workout window. That's basically when they used to tell you that if you don't eat something in that window, usually it's about a half hour, you'll lose you'll lose what you've built in the gym, and it'll just be a waste of time if you do not get any kind of shake or anything in you in that window of time. That has been proven not to be true. Actually, you're in protein synthesis for hours and hours and hours. I can't remember how long it is, but it's a long time. And this one's kind of like I said, some of these will kind of be similar. Number 8 is a shake before bed. And basically what they were told, or what I was told, or many people probably, is that you really need to have a shake before bed or you will lose muscle while you're fasting. All this stuff was like basically feeling your body like all the time, which is fine, but it's not necessary. So they thought, shake before you go to bed, like caseinate or casein, however you want to say it, have that before you go to bed. Just keep your body in a muscle building stage. God forbid if you don't do anything while you're sleeping, Now I put number 7 down here. This one's kind of debatable. I put cardio will make you lose muscle. Now I put this on the bro science list because there are people that will come out and say, "Oh, don't do cardio; you'll lose all your muscle. No matter how little you do, because you're going to burn it off and blah blah blah." But the only way you're going to really lose muscle while doing cardio is if you don't incorporate resistance training into your training. Then you'll lose muscle. Yes, you will lose muscle. But if you do cardio, if you do some kind of resistance training, like a bodybuilding routine or whatever, you should be fine. So yeah, that one's kind of like true and kind of not. It really depends what you're doing in the gym. Number 6. This is something I used to hear. I didn't hear from anybody else, really, but my trainers used to preach it to me like crazy back in the day. Now, mind you, I started working out in 2004 or 5, somewhere around there. So, when I started working out, bro science was still really the way to go. I don't know if Fits or Macros was around back then, to be honest with you. I don't know. I've really only started practicing it about a couple of years ago, to be honest with you. No white carbs. Now, the theory behind this was that the white carbohydrate, now what I mean by that is I mean like potato, pasta, bread, any kind of starchy white carbohydrate will be a faster digesting carbohydrate, and it will spike insulin and be stored as fat. That's what we were told, believe it or not. Now it is true, yes, let's just say like white bread will digest in your body faster than wheat bread, but it will not change your body composition. A carb is a carb, really. This is basically what this comes down to. I would say there's no difference from brown rice and brownies. Now, nutritional wise, yes, of course, there's a huge difference. But if you can fit in your diet, it will not make or break you. All right. And this one kind of is all this. This next one's about carbs too. Number 5, carbs and fat will make you fat. Now, way before I was training, I don't know how long ago, people used to say fat was bad. Now there are certain fats that are not good for you, like trans fats. I would really just not even bother with trans fats. You don't really need. But overall, fat will not make you fat. It's really, at the end of the day, about calories in, calories out. But I still do typically try to stick with the healthier fats just for a healthy way of living. And also, the thing with doing if it's your macros and stuff is, me personally, I've noticed that if I do more of a if it's your macros day than compared to maybe 50-50 or even a 8% diet of bro and then 20% of if it's your macros, which is really what most people do, because you really can't fit a hell of a lot of if it's your macros food into your diet, especially if you're tracking your macros. I've noticed I just feel overall better when I eat more bro foods, because those foods, like your baked potatoes, your oatmeals, your chickens, your steaks, and stuff like that, those will just be more nutritionally dense. So, and that goes with fats too, like almonds and olive oil and stuff. Those will just be more of a better fat for you, and your body will handle it better. I tell people, about when we talk about if it's your macros, I say, well, McDonald's is great, but how does it make you feel after you eat it? You feel like shit. But how about having a nice piece of chicken, a sweet potato, or some kind of nice carbohydrate? How do you feel good? You feel good, But for body composition wise, it doesn't matter. All right. Number 4. Now this one is kind of such a debatable subject, but I figure I'd cover it anyway. The 1 gram per pound of protein that they've been preaching since God knows how long. Yes, it does work, but is it really necessary? I don't think so. I think, getting a little bit under is more the optimal way to go. There's been studies that have shown that 0.9 or 0.8 is really better. And even when I went to personal training school, which is NASM, which is a good certificate of certification, in case you're wondering if it's just a Mickey Mouse one, they basically were saying 1.2 kilograms of body weight, which would end up being I think, a lot less. I can't remember exactly the math. I did it a long time ago, but it ends up being a lot less than 1 gram per pound of body weight. And, I think that's kind of why people are just protein is really not that. It's important, don't get me wrong, but it's not as big as a deal as it used to be. People are like, you gotta get 1 gram per protein and you're gonna build a muscle. You have to still get adequate amounts of protein, but I think, 1 gram per pound of body weight is still fine in my book, but anything above that is just not necessary in my opinion, especially if you're on a cut, and if you're doing 1.5 grams per pound of protein, you could cut that back to 1 gram and put the rest towards fats or carbs, and you'd feel better because your body will use that as energy. Your body will feel better. So that's just my opinion on it, but I haven't done 1 gram per pound of protein in the longest time, and I have not lost any muscle. I'm on a bulk right now. If I look a little bit puffy, but I haven't lost any strength. I've gained strength actually. I haven't lost any muscle. So that just goes to show you don't need the 1 gram per pound of body weight for protein. But when I'm on a cut, my protein does tend to be a little higher. Depending on where I'm at. But anyway, enough about that. Number 3. Now this one I haven't heard in a long time because people I think are starting to realize it's just a stupid myth. And that's basically no carbs after a certain point of the day. Like people say, oh, I have no carbs after 4 p.m., which, it really just comes down to, again, calories in, calories out. Of course, if you cut calories, you're going to lose weight because you're cutting calories. It's not the carbs that make you fat. This is just like, what was number 5. The carbs don't make you fat. It's the calories. It's the surplus of calories that you're having will make you fat, all right? So, you can have carbs right before you go to bed, and you'll lose weight if you are in a calorie deficit. You will lose weight. All right. So that's that one's really old. I haven't heard that in a long time. Like I said, I think people are starting to realize that it's really just a stupid myth that is unnecessary. So because at 4 o'clock, most people are just getting home from work, or and most people stay up to like 10 or 11 or 12 at night. That's another like 6 or 7 hours without no carbohydrates. That's a long goddamn time, unless you want something like protein and fat, which is okay, but carbs are good too. Now this is like what I said, that some of these will be kind of similar to other ones. Good calories and bad calories. I used to hear that a lot, like a brownie is a bad calorie. Brown rice is a good calorie. No, it does not really matter. A calorie is a calorie. Your body is not smart enough to know, oh, this is a brownie, I'm going to store this as fat. Oh, this is brown rice, I'm going to just put it in the arm because it's a good source of, it's a good calorie. And, no, I wish it was like that, because then people would probably be a little more leaner, because, they just, these are all good foods and it wouldn't go towards my gut. But, no, it does not work like that. Your body does not know the difference between, like I said, a brownie and brown rice. All right. Number 1, and the last one, I'm going to put this down now. Don't even hold on to it anymore. Number 1 is I should have forgot already. Oh, the spiking your insulin. Now, that kind of goes with the post-workout window kind of thing. They say you need to have some sort of fast digesting carbohydrate after your workout, whether it be dextrose or waxy maize, or a banana, or Gatorade. With Gatorade, pretty much is dextrose, or honey, which is dextrose pretty much too. You will not build as much muscle as you'd like. There have been studies on this, and they have found no significant difference on, having a carb after your workout and not having anything. It does not make a goddamn difference. Me personally, sometimes I will have something after my workout because I feel like it makes me feel more energized, because, you have a good workout, you should feel tired. And maybe I have to go grocery shopping after this or go somewhere. I want to feel, a little more energized. You might feel a little lacking after your workout. So you have a little nutrition in your body and you feel good. Now, your body does need that nutrition, but it does not need to be in that window, and it does not need to be like, dextrose, or it can be baked potato or sweet potato, or it can be a soy distant carb, like oatmeal. It doesn't matter, But some people just like having a shake after the workout. I do like having a shake after my workout. It is kind of nice to maybe have a little whey protein or something like that after your workout. But what I do sometimes is I actually wait till I get home, have a banana and a protein shake, and I'm good to go. And then usually I eat in about an hour to 2 hours, because, that's a fast digesting food, so that's going to stay in your system too long. But, it doesn't matter, guys. If you want to do it, that's fine, but you don't really have to. There's no benefit to having something spike your insulin. It's not going to be like, the theory behind it was that if it spiked your insulin, it will lead to muscle growth, which is not true. Your body really grows like the next day. Like, if I train chest on Monday, my chest will be repairing and growing the next day. It's not going to immediately start growing after I put that last weight down. No, it doesn't work like that. So as long as you're getting good nutrition then throughout the day, it's not a big deal, guys. Anyway, guys, just thought I'd do this quick video on top 10 bro science theories. Now, like I said, just before getting a hate mail from the bro science people, I'm not knocking bro science. I just want to let people know that, there's more than one way to skin a cat. And bro science, it's a bit more, kind of strict and a lot more time consuming. Like with the 2 to 3 hours of eating, it runs your whole day. It's hard to keep feeding your body every 2 hours. You got shit going on, you know. But yeah, I just thought I'd make this video just because I want people to kind of see the both ends of bro science and actual science, and see that, you know, you can do it this way, but there's other ways of getting it done. Anyway, guys, this has been Tom with Start With No Gains. Now I'm here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and all that good shit. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.